When it comes to Marvel Studios and casting choices, backlash from people involved behind the scenes goes all the way back to the early inception of the MCU, starting with The Incredible Hulk and Iron Man, as both actors that were cast for the roles got a bunch of backlash and pushback. Now let's talk about Bradley Cooper, who plays Rocket Raccoon, and how that was another choice that people did not want, even people behind the scenes. I still remember my reaction when it was heavily rumored that Bradley Cooper was going to be voicing Rocket Raccoon, and I remember many articles which have since been taken down by the websites talking about the fact that this might be one of the worst castings of all time, and specifically people citing the fact that Bradley Cooper would not take on a role like that because he doesn't get to use his looks. Why would he only accept to play a character that has a voiceover? It just didn't make sense. Ultimately, we see that he was hired, and he's done a phenomenal job. Now recently, James Gunn opened up a little bit about this choice, about the casting of Bradley Cooper, and pretty much how he got some blowback. And he said when they did a screening and Bradley Cooper's voice was already incorporated, a exec over at Marvel Studios Disney was asking why are they paying so much money for Bradley Cooper if it doesn't even sound like Bradley Cooper? They could have just used anybody else. And James Gunn was like, because he's a great actor and he's creating a character. And you know what? Yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know. Like, yeah. I mean, here, I'll elaborate on it. If you were somebody that's just sort of signing the checks over at Marvel Studios Disney and you don't care about what's going on with these films, you just kind of, you're not even really a fan. And that's what a lot of the shareholders are, the people that can get to vote for the big changes within a company. They don't even really look at the product or what's happening. They're not fans. They're just the guys that sign the check and they expect a certain amount of money back. And then they're happy, and they're happy to smile when the product is brought up, but they have no idea what's going on. You see this in gaming all the time. So if you're one of these guys that's signing off on such a strange project like Guardians of the Galaxy, and you quickly do a search on the internet, every single blogger and vlogger out there is telling you that this is going to be the one that kills the franchise. So you're suddenly going back and going, okay, so everybody predicts that this is going to die, and you want us to give $10 million to Bradley Cooper? Can't we save that $10 million for something else? Like, I understand where he was coming from, you know, but it's kind of stupid because, let's be real, Guardians was always going to be something so unique that people would not be able to turn their eyes away from it. It's just, that's what it was, right? And we saw by the time it came out, it changed everything. I mean, look at how popular those characters got in the mainstream. So it was definitely worth it, but I understand the apprehensive blowback he got because it is a strange one. Like, Bradley Cooper, yeah, I can't identify that's him though, which I guess that's credit to Bradley Cooper for being good.